Hello and welcome back to Dial H for Heroclix. I'm your host, Kalder and Ian, episode 574. Howdy, howdy. Let's get rowdy.
Do you really wanna click save?
Leadership,
Roll a six, make a move extreme.
token up,
Taking action from your team. I go straight to your start, hypersonic speed.
roll a 5,
Getting brave, hitting blades, claws, fangs.
KO,
Stick and move, click a few just to hit a stop. Need a 3 CCE on a flurry close.
tear your dials apart.
Once the timer starts, do you really wanna click save? What's going up must come down. Do you really wanna click save? Baby, you got us bound. Find the word you soon become. You're the best, the judge is wrong, but you mastermind the damage on. Roll your dice for initiative, son.
Dial H for Heroclix is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you find cool stuff in stock every day, including all the latest Heroclix singles and sealed products. Make sure you check them out at CoolStuffInc.com. Use code DIAL5 for 5% off your Cool Stuff Inc. order, but you can use code DIALH10 for 10% off your Heroclix order at shop.whizkids.com. Joining me in the studio is Ian Eggleston. What's going on, Ian?
What's up?
Hey, it's been less than 2 months this time between podcasts.
Yes. We're
I
back
think we
to
deserve
our
a
regularly
gold
scheduled
star for that.
A happy star for putting your dishes away.
A good noodle star.
For doing
is that what it is?
If you're doing your chores.
Ian, what made you happy this week, my man?
Oh man, a lot of stuff. It was fun to check out NebraskaCon, which is our local, like NebCon for short, but it's like, kind of an anime focused convention. Not really my cup of tea. You guys know that at this point, but it's still fun to see everybody dressed up. There's a big vendor hall. There's different like panels you can go to. So overall, as an experience, I went to this vendor hall, and I knew that there was going to be these people who had a Green Lantern statue for sale. And lo and behold, it was the same one from last year. And they still wanted way too much money for it, $190, not doing it. Looked it up online. Maybe they didn't want too much for it. I don't know, but that's out of my comfort price range. I don't even want to pay that for a HeroClix. We had a big discussion last week about how like that's more acceptable. I still don't like that's. I don't know. The only thing I think getting me above that price range is like Masterpiece Batman, which if you have one of those, please message me. I'll buy it from you right now for a stupid amount of money. So if you know somebody with that, let me know. Anyway, NebCon was really cool. The end of it, though, was, so I have to talk about this.
Okay, you are going to talk about this.
I think it pushed me over the edge. I don't know what this was.
You'll really have to explain this.
Yeah, I will. So we are looking for something to do at this convention. There's a line of probably like 500 people, like so many people in line for this.
A line on one side to actually get in, and then a line on the other side just to buy merch.
Which the merch was like a light stick.
Yes.
There's
and like stickers and stuff.
And so you're thinking, like, so we're like, oh, we can go to a panel. It's like, well, there's this big line. I think we should check out what it is. This seems to be like the event. So we get in line for this thing. And, whatever. So be it. We filter into this room. There's like a big kind of like net screen at the front. And this is for a Miku concert, which is like a Vocaloid character.
Miku, yep, Vocaloid.
Okay. Yeah, that's a TV show?
Yes.
That's like an anime.
It is, and I believe it is an anime. I've never seen it. I believe it's an anime, and then also they do shows like this.
Okay. So, yeah, in short, it's, like this virtual, like, pop singer. And it's like, sure, whatever, why not? But then they, like, turn the lights off, and everyone's going crazy immediately. And it's literally just, like, a Blender model of this anime character with, like, a song playing. There's no background. Like, it's literally just like a black screen, and they did that to kind of create the effect that she's like on the stage, but you can't see the stage. So it literally just looked like we were watching a Blender model of an anime character.
Yeah.
And it was like, and people are losing it. People are going nuts for this.
I love you, Hatsune Miku. I love you, Miku. Woo! Yeah. Just like, look up stadium cheering. That's basically the noise. They were going nuts.
Insane. But the lights kept coming back on. And, like, I don't know. Calder and I are both looking at each other like, oh, look, I got like 5 more minutes of this.
Yeah.
This was so full, by the way, that they had to have people stand.
And they also were instructing, hey, make sure you fully fill up each row. You know, don't let that little buffer seat for a stranger. Like, make sure you're next to everybody. Fully pack all the seats, and then people
to watch a YouTube video.
To basically watch, Blender model YouTube video, which also, so like, regardless of like the lights coming back on and off, like regardless of like technical difficulties, I don't get how this is interesting.
I don't get it.
I really don't get it. Like, I get that it's like a quote unquote concert, but it's just a video of a person. It's not like she's backstage somewhere singing and this is her model or like whatever.
No, it's just. With this stuff, I try to keep an open mind. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go check this out. I don't judge. People are into what they're into. That's no problem. But this, I'll just say I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
You know, shout out the girl next to us recording the concert on her DS. That's kind of funny.
She was doing it on a DS.
People like taking videos as if it's like a real concert. It was crazy.
It was wild. It's like this is a YouTube video, and it's a bad YouTube video at that. It's a Blender model.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like whatever. Another thing that made me really happy. If you guys know me, you know I'm a big fan of the Rizzler. I love the Rizzler. I think that kid's awesome. I think he's hilarious. I love that he's into like Marvel Legends and stuff.
He's grown on me. Yeah.
Even though I'm not. You know, I don't.
That is great. Yeah.
I just like what he's about. That kid's hilarious. I love seeing the pictures of celebrities meeting him, and they're like, "Why is this kid famous?" You know, he's the man. Anyway, he last April Fools, Arizona Tea posted like a joke post saying "Arizona," and it had like a picture of the Rizzler on it, and so many people asked like, "Where can we buy this?" that they actually made it. So of course, when they dropped it, I bought a case of them. And the cans are hilarious.
They are hilarious.
I really, I don't know. I think it's really funny, and I'm happy to support him. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. He's like, I think he's like 9 years old. He's 9 or 10,
8 or 9 or whatever. Yeah,
and yeah, he's just he's the man. So that legitimately made me happy.
At first, I was kind of, I'll say I was kind of hating on him. Like, Ian, how are we like? But then after seeing like, oh, he really is just like a kid who thinks this stuff is fun. He's like, his genuine excitement for like when Hasbro sent him Marvel Legends, I was like, okay, that's pretty awesome. Because like,
funny too.
If I was like 8 years old and someone sent me a box of Marvel Legends, I'd lose my mind. I'd be like, Dad, this is freaking Spider-Man that's got the webbing on his armpits. That's awesome. I'm like, yeah, I would lose it too. I mean, this is sick. Yeah, so I respect him. He's hilarious. He really is hilarious. Him as like Red Guardian or the Panther dressed in black.
Yeah,
so funny.
The last thing, too, is I can't reveal too much information here, but high-profile individual who stays with us like semi-frequently, who I've gotten to know over the years, came in tonight at work. Okay. And he's with another person that I think is cool, basically. I don't even want to say like what it's involved in or whatever, but I got to like hang out with them for a while tonight.
Oh, nice.
And it was really, really cool. Very, very cool. Down the line, maybe when I'm not at this job or when maybe they stop staying with us, I'll talk about it more.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to...
I don't want to blow up their spot, but very cool that they stay with us and that, like first name basis is very fun for me. It's like my favorite part of my job. So they had like emailed me ahead of time saying like, yeah, we'll be around this day. I'm like, cool. It's like, and so-and-so will probably be with me too. I've told them about you. I'm like, what?
Oh, interesting.
Really?
Cool.
So they're telling like an actual famous person, like, you got to meet this guy at a hotel. I was like, this is so other way around. Cool. But then that actually happened today. Like, oh, you're Ian. I was like, yes. Like, and I know who you are too. This is very cool. Anyway, enough about my... It's a good week.
That rocks.
A lot of fun.
Great week.
How about you, Calder? Looking forward to pre-release for X-Men 2.
I am. No, this set looks like a really fun sealed set. I'm actually really excited. No, what made me happy last week after we recorded somewhere in there before NebraskaCon, I went to Evil Dead in concert. As soon as this got announced back in like June or July or whatever it was, I was like, oh, dude, heck yeah, that rocks. And I didn't really know what it was. I kind of assumed it would just be like the music from the movies and being played. What it ended up being was you watched the first Evil Dead movie with a live orchestra, and they like... kind of played sort of the music that played, but it was way more intense, and it was honestly kind of different. So the first Evil Dead, you've seen them all. It's the worst of the Evil Deads.
No.
Oh, no? Oh, 3.
I don't like 3.
I forgot that you don't like 3. I love 3 so much. But so like the first one is more so like very campy horror. It's cute because it's like made on a budget and like they're working with what they got. So I love the first Evil Dead just from an aspect of being like, this is like, you know, college kids, really young kids, like giving it their all. And it's like an insanely good movie when you really look at it through that lens. Like there's revolutionary stuff in it. But like the first half is really slow until someone starts to finally get like possessed.
It's the same way with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
they're very similar vibes of movies.
These kids rolling around in this van, and you're like, when's
they're out, they're
stuff
hanging
gonna
out, and then
happen?
bad stuff starts to happen.
Then it's just go.
Yeah.
But
then it's just yelling.
it was yelling the movie. But there's a part where they kind of play some ragtime kind of music in there, which is really good. Like a lot of these scenes, I was like, oh my gosh, I really wish I could haul this orchestra around with me anytime I watch Evil Dead 1, because they made it like way, like all the scenes were more intense. They were kind of scarier. Like even though I've seen it like probably 20, 30 times at this point, I'm still just blown away by like how fun it was. So it was, you know, it was that, obviously Animated BrassCon. I had a good time at.
I did too.
Like I just always enjoy myself there. And it's not like a crazy premiere whatever convention, but it's always a pretty fun time. There were some really cool costumes that I really liked. There was an Hour Man I saw on the second day. And I was like, wow, that's sick.
Oh yeah,
Someone's
I saw
Hour
that.
Man. I'm
You
like, that's really
posted
cool. Someone was Guy Gardner from the new Superman movie. And I'm like, heck yeah, I guess, yeah, he's way more relevant now than he probably ever has been in ever. So that's sick. I get to see like my favorite DC character cosplayed. That's pretty cool. And then both my brothers came down. I got to hang out with them, and some of my little brother's friends, they came down as well. So it's just really good hanging out with everybody, seeing my family again, talking to people, and yeah, just really enjoyed it. Love Evil Dead, and love my family. It's pretty good deal.
Orchestra scorings of like they did gosh, I forget the name of it. I have like the whole album downloaded, but they did like an entire orchestra cover of like MF Doom's like best album, or like his most classic album. And I love listening to that. It's so cool. It's such a different style, but it's still like in essence very similar, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know, orchestras are sick.
I love those. Yeah, I want to go to more. Like I want to find more like
the New York
when the
Orchestra
movie-
when they were here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was for an opera, which I just miss me with opera.
Vigoro.
Yeah, it's just like look at me singing. Man, let's have a sing off.
I've got I have no interest.
I love
in
musical
operas
theater. I like
either.
theater, but opera, no. But unfortunately, the New York Symphony
Can't understand it. That's
was
kind of
there.
I think the tough.
Well, they
part.
had like subtitles above that you're supposed to
thank
read
goodness.
too.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, my mom and I left at halftime. We were like,
Hey,
sorry,
we're
intermission.
gonna go see Parasite the play. It's got subtitles. Don't worry. Would you go see Parasite the play? Maybe actually.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind.
Heck yeah, I would.
But I was
that
trying to think,
movie
like,
was amazing.
What's a play with subtitles? That's like okay, sure.
Yeah. You
But
shouldn't have
anyways,
picked something
I
that
should have
actually has.
picked something good. Yeah.
You shouldn't have.
Mr. Bean's Holiday with subtitles.
Kill Game.
There you go. Sure.
One of the worst horror
Well,
movies
that-
ever.
okay, I'll go
Shot
Kill
on
Game.
the same camera that Dial H uses.
Oh yeah.
Kind of wild.
That is wild. That's hilarious.
$1.5 million
so funny.
budget. I think they put about $2 or $3 grand towards their camera.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about some Heroclix.
How about
X-Men
Heroclix,
97, fresh, ready to go. We'll have a full in-depth set review coming to you
we'll do a set review for
next
this one.
week. We will do a set review for this one. But man, that's so cool. I think first topic of discussion is how do we feel about the alternate cards now that we've seen a majority of them?
So we kind of have a question from somebody on our Discord, and we'll get to those later, about like how we feel about them. And basically, if you look back on every single like Marvel Studios, Disney Plus like property, they have not been able to make legacy cards.
Yeah.
Just period. So this also being a Disney Plus show, it's something about like comics rights, show rights, whatever it is. They can't do legacy cards. So if we just first off start this discussion with the fact it was going to be this or literally nothing, yeah, I love this.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we got extra value because straight up, the bricks that don't have legacy cards don't have that extra value inherently on them. So
I think
I'm
in the
very
future
thankful.
too, like with sets that do have legacy cards, if they were to just do alternate cards as well, but
Yeah.
in boosters,
I would be okay with that.
especially for characters like Morph. Like if Morph had like 5 alternate cards, that'd
would
be
be kinda
awesome.
cool. That'd be
Or like
sick.
somebody like Super Skrull or other
Yeah.
character who shapeshifts, Mystique. Like there's a lot of potential. Rogue too.
I think
Could be a
it's-
fun way to do Rogue in a way.
I think it's really cool for players that are like, so a lot of these are for like like commons and commons rares and stuff. So for a lot of newer players that maybe they don't luck out and get a chase or a super rare or whatever, and they maybe just pull just commons and stuff, they can get a really like a way cooler version of that common thanks to the alternate card.
And the alternate cards, as we've seen, I think there's actually like
something pretty sick.
Some pretty stout alternate cards.
I love Gambit's, the big card.
Gambit's is really funny.
So funny. I love it. I think that's awesome. I really like the Wolverine that we pulled. I think
the
really
Nightcrawler
cool.
alternate card is sick. Like Passenger 3 for X-Men. He gets to heal people after they're placed, and then if a friendly character within 2, no line of fire, is missed by an attack, he can poof them 2 squares from their square. Also, no line of fire needed. So on like heavy, blocking maps, he can put people behind walls and stuff. Honestly, I like every version of Nightcrawler. I think Nightcrawler's a man.
He is a man.
He's pretty cool.
Best X-Men, dude rocks.
The other alternate card that I thought was pretty interesting was the Storm one as well.
Okay.
So I need to pull that one up. It like just got posted earlier today.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Sidestep, and then she has Passenger 2, but only to carry characters with the X-Men keyword. 35 points. She's a leadership. She's a Psychic Blast on the top dial, but she also has when a friendly character with the X-Men keyword hits, after resolution, Storm may knock back the hit characters. If a friendly character is named Jean Grey, opposing characters can't reduce knockback damage. So it doesn't have to be Jean Grey who hits. She just needs to be friendly. And then you get to knock back any X-Men attack. And if Jean Grey is on the board, you can't reduce it. That seems pretty good, I think. I don't know
cool.
how much you want to invest in that. There's not very many cheap Jean Greys. But at a minimum, 35 points to just make every attack knockback. I mean, if you have Energy Explosion or anything, like that seems pretty good.
True.
I like that a lot.
Blasting.
So the alternate cards, I'm going to give an early scoring and say I love these out of 10. I think they're super cool.
I think they're a win.
Just breathing more life into the cur is always a good thing. I think a few of them have been duds, but this is an experimental thing, so that's fine. Like, I get it.
I mean, it's the same with legacy cards too, though.
Yeah,
a few legacy cards are duds. That holds way more weight than alternate cards, I would say.
Dude, there's Cyclops alternate too. Have you seen that one?
I have not. No.
Check him out. Do you like this? Hey, Calder, read this one on there. Let's get your live thoughts.
Okay. What'd you expect? Black leather, hilarious. Good call from the TV show. When establishing theme teams, you may choose a friendly character to gain the X-Men keyword this game. The character has, he's the X-Men team ability. Wow.
Yeah, so he hands out X-Men. He's 50 points.
There's no point restriction at all on that? That's pretty sick. That's crazy.
And then his attack special, he already has Pen Psi.
Pen Psi. When Cyclops or an adjacent friendly character with the X-Men keyword attacks, characters with Giants or the Robot Sentinel keywords, they can't use stop. Oh, okay. Sick.
Colossal.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, Colossal. Colossal, Robot, or Sentinel keywords can't use stop. So that's just everyone that can use it. Or okay, Cyclops or an adjacent friendly character with the X-Men. That is pretty sick. Okay, dang. No, this guy's sick. I mean, being able to just instantly become an X-Men, that's always been really strong. I mean, heck, way back in the day, people would pay the 150-point Magneto to turn someone into an X-Men.
Yeah.
And now 50-point Cyclops over here.
Well, you know who was doing this for 50 points, but for the Avengers.
Oh, yeah, Steve Rogers.
Yeah, Steve Rogers.
But he
sucked.
But he could only choose a 50-point character.
He was a sidestep perplex.
He sidestepped,
and he had limitations.
Perplex.
And people
you had to be
played
50
him
points.
All the time.
And he could be Shield or Avengers. And I do still play him in like Golden Age or whatever if I want to cheat like Steve onto my all Captain America team. But yeah.
But he was like never very good.
No. I mean, sidestep perplex piece.
You took a bullet to like get somebody Avengers.
Basically you did, yeah.
And this guy, I think, like he's marksman keyword, running shot, Pen Psi, blows up blocking on shot, and is a leadership piece. I really like this. I think the X-Men in this set have some serious legs to stand on.
Oh, I mean,
and being able to bring in anybody to the X-Men.
No, this is huge.
Holy
smokes.
I really, really, really like this.
It's kind of tough, though. I know that now that he has there's no restriction like how Steve had a restriction, but I don't know. 50 points. He's the same cost as Steve without the restriction to make anybody an X-Men versus an Avenger.
Reverse Flash, welcome.
Oh, that is really good.
Just like off the top of my head.
Yeah. But I'm saying is he worth the points to bring somebody on?
I think so.
And I think we're just gonna have to see what that ends up being.
Running
because-
shot, pen side leadership, sees through blocking, and he's marksman, so free trick arrows.
It's just like he's definitely he's a willpower piece.
Still,
I'm just saying like he's super easy to kill.
oh yeah.
Right, so he's super easy to kill. Is that worth the investment of bringing anyone?
Are
to
you
the
making
X-Men?
the argument that he just dies?
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm
Are
just
you?
saying he's a very, very easy 50 points to get. And so I'm not making the argument. I'm just saying he's going to take up 50 points on your X-Men team.
Yes.
And then who else is X-Men that does really good X-Men things specifically for the X-Men that it's worth it to like spend 50 points versus just play non-theme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
That's more so than, I'm not saying he just dies, which, he kind of does just
He kinda
die.
does just
He really,
die.
I mean, he really does. I'm just saying, do the points even out? Does it actually like end up making sense to bring someone? This is a sick ability. It's really good, but theme doesn't matter as much as it used to.
No,
Right?
it really doesn't.
Unless
does
there's
it?
some really cool effects that specifically say X-Men team ability, X-Men keyword, like he himself,
Well, this guy could help dunk a collector. No stops on
Oh, wow, that is true.
Like-
yeah, Collector is colossal. Holy smokes.
I know Kong is gone, but like, there's a handful of things where it's like shutting off stop is pretty nice.
Yeah.
The robot keyword isn't everywhere, but it could come up. I don't know. I really think that this guy is worth it. I think there
I think
is
I think
a
he's definitely worth
handful of
looking at.
X-Men.
Anybody that does a keyword sheet and the fact that he has a no limitation keyword sheet rocks. Like,
Yeah.
I think that is awesome.
I think both Nightcrawlers are X-Men worthy of playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also really like we'll get into who I really like
Yeah,
later.
Goodness gracious. We'll
Guys,
try
yeah,
that.
I mean, I'm trying to hold back, guys. I really am. I think the Emma Frost Prime is really solid too.
Yeah.
There's another Prime I think is even crazy.
So really quickly, I'll talk about like the one character I'm without a doubt excited for in the set, and that's Captain America. Thankfully, everybody knows I'm not an X-Men guy. I really don't like them. It's honestly
not either.
It's honestly kind of because of HeroClix I don't like the X-Men, because every time they get made, they're like always good, and I'm just like, man, you can make them bad once. It's like not
Good.
every time there's an Avengers set are the Avengers good. That's like very rare, but like every time there's an X-Men set, XXS, XDPS, like all these, like they're just brokenly good. Not XDPS, no, but
What about Rise and Fall?
okay,
They introduced
Well,
probably like the
they had
strongest.
Swap, the most
they
broken
introduced the
ability
strongest
of-
mechanic, but
yeah.
that set as a whole.
that set is bad.
Pretty-
Like Blackheart, insane.
But he's not. Is he
No,
brother?
he's not an X-Men, no. But I'm just saying, like, okay, I will say that set doesn't, but then it has Swap, Magneto, and Professor X.
Yeah,
which just
it
made
introduced
them
the strongest
so
mechanic.
much, so sufferable. Even like, so it made them even worse, right? Common and uncommon. But anyway, so I'm not really a big fan of the X-Men. Probably mostly because of XXS, Wolverine, and Cyclops, and getting like nuked across them. Like, it's not fun. But I love this Captain America. He's really simple. Even though the show doesn't know how to write Captain America, made one of the worst episodes I've ever seen in my entire life. This Captain America is pretty solid.
Accurate.
So incredibly lore inaccurate. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But this dial is really
Happened.
It did happen. It's wrong. It shows that whoever wrote it has no idea who Captain America is. Or
Kohler was literally writing in physical fan mail to send in after watching
Yeah,
the
dude.
episode.
if it was back in the 50s, I probably would be one of those people.
That's
that
not
would
true.
That's not. I mean, that's you waste a character. You waste a character for what?
He
what
did get
reason?
wasted.
He
I
did.
agree.
He got wasted. Yeah. Like
Yeah, he got-
Oh, stop! Shut up.
He
Anyways,
said it. He said it.
Anyways, I really like his traits. This uniform sends a message. It gives him ESD leadership traded, unique modifier. Friendly characters that are adjacent have the soldier keyword modify their defense +1. If a friendly character with the soldier keyword is in your KO area, you modify his defense +2. Everybody's defense +2 instead. So I love playing specifically soldiers. That's my favorite keyword in HeroClix. So to get a Captain America that doesn't, just buff the Avengers or buff past, it's really cool that he specifically buffs soldiers. So I really, really like that.
That is nice.
So I think it's really cool. I really enjoy this Captain America. Like I said, the dial is nothing crazy, but this ability is really fun. And for a guy like me who likes playing just literally all Captain America teams, easy addition. Perfect.
What's
He
the
goes on all of them.
cheapest soldier you can KO?
It's probably like a 5-point soldier somewhere. There's definitely a 15-point soldier. You can definitely kill Skinny Steve.
Oh yeah, hey, that's
You
not
know,
bad. Then you have to kill. He has to kill himself to be stronger.
Dude, it's so sad. But then the other Steve Rogers can turn into a better Captain America as soon as a soldier.
Well,
die
that's
as
would
well,
be
which is
KO'd
pretty
though.
cool.
So.
Oh, that's true. It's would be KO'd.
There's
where
probably
is that? Yeah, I'll figure it out. So now, Ian, do you want to tell people why the bystander thing doesn't work for any of these?
Yeah.
It's really important. Also, just really quick side note, I think the bystander change sounded great in hindsight, but ever since it happened, it has done nothing but really bad, annoying rulings. Like,
I still like it.
I do like it, but like the whole construct thing had to get fixed literally because they gave bystanders keywords.
Well, that's because somebody wants to. Well, actually,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they didn't give bystanders keywords, that would have never even been a thought. Same thing with like this effect.
I know, but then it's like all the times where it's like
I'm just saying it's
bystander
more
has
problems than
leadership
it's
or
actually
something, and it's like
solved.
this is useless.
That is true, but I think it's caused more problems than it's solved. Like literally, just so fast in recency, it's just caused a lot of problems, which I think is.
But it's such a good
funny.
quality of life change.
It is, but I'm just saying it's caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, I don't disagree
Yeah.
with that. I'm personally saying I don't care that much because it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's been so many times, like I can think of like Ra's al Ghul, where it's like, oh yeah, this bystander has underworld. That doesn't matter. It doesn't have
true.
keywords. Like the amount of times things like that has happened, them not having keywords debatably might have caused more issues than them having keywords. But anyway,
Well, not
how this is
game-breaking
going
issues,
to
but
work.
yeah.
So I'm sure you guys have read many different traits from this X-Men set that says if there is a character with the X-Men keyword in your KO area, you can do X, Y, or Z, right?
Easy Company Medic is 9 points. Let me find
Wow.
a modern one.
Becky Barnes.
She's a bystander. Ooh, but she did have a keyword.
Wait, does the War Machine drone have soldier printed?
No, I assume
No.
he's just saying that because he's War Machine.
Ah, gotcha.
So if you play War Machine, the 5-point drones, I guess.
So they gain the keyword when they're on the map, but when they're in the KO zone, they no longer have the keyword. So you can't just KO a bystander to trigger all your X-Men stuff. Trust me, everyone has thought of it. I've seen so many posts about it. In fact, I saw one yesterday that we can go and reference right now, and we can get the full lowdown on why.
So yeah, a lot of people saying like you can just make a construct and have it walk away, like give an X-Man a ring or whatever. But no, that is not the case.
So here's how it works, is that 23.1b of the comp ruling says gaining/losing keywords. If a character gains or loses a keyword, it does so for the rest of the game, even if that effect, granting or removing the keyword, is later lost, or until that character goes to your sideline or is removed from the game, such as by being KO'd. So when it is KO'd, it's going to lose the keyword, which is a bummer because, I mean, if that weren't the case, the amount of crazy stuff you could do this set.
No, I actually think it's good. I think it's good that it ends up that way because there's all like to me, my X-Men people that work with like KO'd figures, all that stuff.
It would have been
So
bad.
I am happy that bystanders lose their keyword when they're in the KO area. I think that's just better for game balance and not letting stuff get crazy.
So yeah, if a bystander were to have soldier printed on them, though,
Then it would, yeah.
then it would be just fine because then it's not being granted from anywhere.
Which I think Becky certainly might, but the 15-point Dino Men, some 15-point recruits have soldiers, so yeah, I'm okay with sacrificing some of those guys.
For a +2 defense on everybody,
defense, pretty
that's not
solid,
bad.
pretty legit. So,
Now, legitimately, this is not to kind of stunt on Calder, to poke fun at him.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I don't even really like this character as a character. I've never been a fan.
I do appreciate
of him.
you saying this.
Yeah, I mean, I could completely, describe it and act like it's for other reasons, but like legitimately, I have read this figure over and over, and I just keep thinking like, this is the best figure in the set. I don't think it's close. I'm being bold here, guys, but sometimes as a content creator, you have to make claims like this. It's kind of like the the ESPN style. We're going to say, oh, yeah, of course this awful team could go to the Super Bowl because we want views. We want people to react to this.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing here. I do legitimately believe this. But I'm getting out ahead early. So everyone is high on Cable Prime, and I don't blame them. Cable Prime is very, very good. Like, without question. I think he's amazing. But I legitimately think that this Prime is better than Cable Prime. So I'd like to just do an in-depth review on why. And again, this is not to be the heel to Calder, although you guys know I love doing it.
It's true.
I love doing it. Again, I don't care for Rogue. That's who it is. I don't care for Rogue at all. This specific version of Rogue, do I find it funny that she's throwing Cap Shield? Of course I do. But that's not why we're doing this. We're doing this because I legitimately think that she has a lot of potential in modern, and I'm curious what you guys think of her as well. So, just in quick review, she is 041B. She's 100 points. No split line. She's a team player. She's 4-range, double target. We did pull her in our brick. That was crazy. She also got spoiled while we were filming it, so that was cool. It's okay,
Yeah,
guys.
that's the way it goes.
Brotherhood of Mutants, X-Men, Brute. So, limited on the keywords. But she is destroy blocking and characters for movement. She's also a flyer, so she ignores everything on movement. She's a wild card, so she can have whatever team ability. She also has traded energy shield deflection, which is kind of nice. But the other part of that trait is that when she hits an equipped character, you may immediately unequip their equipment. And then if she's not equipped, you can equip that. The big thing is that she can unequip people. The other thing about that is that she doesn't need to do damage to unequip people. She just needs to hit. She's a 12 attack naturally. She's double target. Probably going to be pretty easy to do that. So you might as well just double target to maybe steal another equipment from somebody. I imagine you're going to equip her or give her Animal Man because I don't know why you wouldn't. The other thing, her next trait is that she says opposing characters can't choose or target Rogue except for attacks. You cannot perplex her. You cannot prob her. You cannot outwit her. You cannot choose her for beginning of the game effects. You can't do any of that nonsense. You can't pick her to like turn off powers. You can't. I mean, there's so many things that I haven't even thought of that I'm sure are amazing where it's like, nope, you can't do that unless you're attacking me. No. That is such a strong ability. Like I glossed over it at first, but the more I've read it,
it really is pretty insane.
That's so good. And guess what? The back half of that trait is also amazing. If Rogue moved this turn, she has free make a close attack or close terrain action as free. So hypersonic 9/12/19/4. Pick something up. We know how strong terrain manipulation is as well. She gets to move twice in a turn via hypersonic. She can pick up and place elevated or blocking or what have you. She gets to punch you with hypersonic, and then she gets to punch you again. In between that, while removing your equipment too, in between, and you're not probbing her.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, it's so good. And then she has Outwit. When Rogue uses it to target an adjacent character, she can use the chosen power until she chooses again, even if this power is lost. She can outwit special powers, and she gets to use special powers.
Praying this is an oversight and that it gets errated like how most rogues do.
Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. But if it's not, and it's like, no, yeah, we want her to just take special powers. I'm like, dang, that's insane. That's actually stupid good.
They let the see-through Groot. What's his name?
Oh, Iwua.
Iwua. They let Iwua do it.
That's true. I guess that was a prime, too.
I was thinking projection Groot. I'm like, why? That is not it. But they let him do it.
That's true.
And I think the key difference between this and Venom Rogue is Venom Rogue could do it with friendlies.
Oh, could she? Oh, okay, sure.
So you could just steal your own Dark Phoenix retells.
Good, yeah.
The most broken thing you could have done, which this is funny, you remember that red dragon in the X-Men DPS set?
Oh, yeah?
They had something where it's like instead of taking damage, like turn them to like click number 1.
Oh.
So you could just take that. You could just outwit that or take that. And then, basically anytime you took damage, you just go to click 1.
Actually,
it was something like that, but it's very funny. So anyway, you put all of this together like, okay, well, Ian, what if they have stuff you can't outwit? What if they have power cosmic? Leech is in this set. He's 15 points. And it's like you shutting off your own team abilities, I don't think particularly matters as much with Rogue. So it's like you go up to somebody, hypersonic across the board. You smash them with whatever. Afterwards, you outwit whatever. And then you hit them with terrain. And then like you have all these powers. Like it's so crazy to me. I think this piece rocks. Again, I'm not a Rogue fan at all. I think she's going to be amazing with Destroyer armor, just taking tokens off all the time. Animal Man, I think, is another good fit for her. Obviously, like both of those things can go on any figure and be amazing. I honestly think you maybe play her unequipped and then steal somebody's Destroyer armor.
Yeah.
Like, if you pump up her stats, again, like, they can't prob you. Like, that's so powerful today. And it's like you're not interacting in any other thing. If she's on the sideline for whatever reason, oh wait, it's not sideline active. I was going to say she couldn't be chosen.
Oh, that would be funny for Chair Panther. That'd be hilarious.
If somebody were to, gosh, I'm trying to think of effects.
I will say she can be given things.
Yes.
So if it doesn't say choose someone and give them, so like the target trait, she could be given a target token. Not as relevant now that like Talon is gone. That would have been like a useful way to get around her defense and stuff. But she can be given like a target token.
I believe Collector can also give her collection tokens because he says,
brother, good luck collecting her fast, I guess.
give a collection token to an opposing character.
So he's not choosing, he's not targeting, he's just giving it. So like anything that like the effects that are just
who would have thought choose target and now give
kinda, I guess.
That's funny.
Just give them a token. You're not choosing or targeting them, so right? It doesn't say choose someone and give them, so just say give it to them.
I could be way off base on this. I'm fully willing to accept that. I just think she does so many interesting things, and I just think like people, if you're playing in a competitive setting, people are playing nasty powers. Like a funny one, if you had Leech, you could go up and outwit Spirit of Vengeance stop click, and if you had pilots of your own on your sideline. Oh, wait, no, because she'd have to have the power revealed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Never mind. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
But see, that's where your mind should go. I know that one was wrong.
Stuff.
You make fun of me if you'd like. But think about the nutty stuff you could outwit, and then Rogue gets to have that on top of everything else she does. That's awesome. And guess what? You can't outwit it back because you can't target me with outwit. I love that part of it. She could outwit, like Cable's 2 damage pulse wave. Like, that's kind of fun.
True.
You could outwit, I don't know. You guys tell me, what are you out? You could outwit Nightcrawler's attack ability, the chase.
Brutal.
And now she's just teleporting everywhere. Like, I really like this figure. Maybe she's not as good as I think, but I'm super down with her. Anyway, I'll get off of my soapbox
cool,
now.
Yeah. Sweet.
I'm so excited for this piece. I want to see what you guys do with her.
I'm glad you are. Excited for
The primes in this set, I think, are better than the chases.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Emma's great. Obviously, I think Rogue is insane. I think Cable's really cool.
Cable's insane, too.
Except Bishop. Bishop's like, where is he at? Yeah. Both Bishops. Very disappointing as a Bishop fan. As someone who just thinks he's cool.
Bishop is, I won't lie, he is rough.
He's tough. He's really rough to look at, dude. Ain't our first time at the X-Men Are Dead rodeo.
Even
That's
the alternate
hilarious.
card, I'm like,
it's just these powers and abilities. Like my favorite Bishop is Wolverine in the X-Men, and he was 140 points for what he was, and I loved him. I played the heck out of that piece.
The Prime has the same effect.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah, it's not what it ain't what it used to
quite.
be.
Yeah,
honestly, that dial looks incredibly similar to the Prime.
It actually does. Now that I'm looking at it, the old Wolverine in the X-Men one, it kind of does. Yeah.
He also came on, I think, the coolest team base.
Like,
the
maybe
X-Men
I'll
Gold.
play X-Men Gold. Yeah, dude.
That one was sick.
That rocks. Maybe I will play the Prime a little bit, but like in power scaling compared to like the other ones.
How is this more points than Cable?
There. Yeah, that also.
Although Cable would get absolutely stuffed by old Bishop here. He just takes all ranged attacks, turns them to 0 damage.
Oh, that is true. Well, isn't that getting Pulse Wave, though?
It is protected Pulse Wave.
Oh, never mind then. Okay, then yeah, he is. Okay.
But
I
still,
do like both. I kind of wish in a way that they weren't both primes, because I like, Cable and Bishop should be played together. They're the time travel bros.
That's true.
That's how I've always played them. I think they're cool. But I do like Prime Cable, but I like Soldier. It just sucks that in order to like make him really good, you have to play a Sinister. And Sinister doesn't have Soldier? Yeah, he sadly doesn't have Soldier, which is kind of a bummer. He has passed. Does Cable have passed? No,
just Future.
This is so sad. Okay, so it's got to be like an X-Men thing or something going on. Or
in a more
team.
casual setting, I really like Super Rare Cable. I think he's very, very good. I also really do like I like Bishop a lot, but yeah, those dials just they don't quite do anything.
It's just
to
not
me.
quite there. I will say another standout character I like. There's nothing in this set that does it for me. Like meta-wise, if I'm being completely honest with you, Rogue isn't really my style, purely because I don't like that character and I don't like that version.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, like I'm not champion.
But regardless of what a character like mechanically does, nothing will make me like ever play that piece. Not in a gajillion years. But Forge, I really like that he makes the adversary bystander.
That is cool.
I wish his dial was longer. I feel like him being 4 clicks and like here's a really good pog for your opponent. And I only have Mystics for 4 clicks of life. Seems like such a kind of a nothing burger.
You do give everybody...
Well, that's what I was about to say. Everybody having safeguarded prob, that's cool. But I feel like his dial should be a little longer to have weights for actually having mystics. You're probably going to take 1 mystic damage from this guy, maybe.
Yeah.
But the safeguard prop thing is really cool. And just Forge is the man. I love Forge. I think he rocks. Like,
I'll say
he also gives X-Men safeguard outwit as well if they heal. So
X-Men, I think, has legitimate legs to stand on.
Yeah.
I don't know what legs they are, but I've seen enough stuff in here that makes me go,
One robotic Forge
interesting.
leg, maybe.
What I will say, though, and kind of my closing thoughts on the set, and we will come back to this more in depth next week, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say I like this set more than I thought I would. Again, not huge on the X-Men. But also, I think the biggest lack in this set, other than no Iceman, kidding, he wasn't even in the show, is Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wolverine is just, the secret rare is cool.
It is. The sculpt is just really tough.
But I wanted more of like that in the CUR, like, you know, Wolverine being like a mastermind battery, like, oh, that's a cool way of doing him. That's something new. And we have enough Wolverines to make up for it. But then it's just like common Wolverine. Like, I would have personally loved to see like a Chase Wolverine or a Prime Wolverine. Like a Chase Wolverine, you know, like they did Nightcrawler with the 3 swords.
Which rocks.
Why not do Wolverine from that same moment? Like, put him in a burning building.
I would have killed for that to be like a duo base.
Dude, I know.
Duo figure. How sick would that
if
be?
This set had duo figures just in general. Oh, you're kidding, right?
I think
Gambit and Wolverine would have been so sick.
Thing that I wanted from the show, because like again, I didn't even love the show.
I got the biggest thing I wanted,
which is what?
The Cyclops landing with his
beam.
That
That is sick. That really is such a cool sculpt. I really wanted the Porsche.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's like, it's
Cable, Gene,
Cable, Gene, and Cyclops, the triple Porsche base.
That's fair.
You have a Porsche? Yeah, man.
Yeah, of course
I think that scene ruled with them just in the Porsche fighting the Sentinels and stuff. I was like, that is awesome. I know it would be like a 2x2 or something at least, but like make it in the same style as like Spider-Man's friends.
The Spider Buggy.
Spider Buggy sort of, but like how there's the 3 people on the Spider-Man sculpt. It's cool to like do the same thing, but with like the Porsche. I think that would have been really sick.
Could have been a cool brick figure.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of how they did the Spider-Man.
Yeah. But we're going to get into a couple questions for the show. We're trying to wrap up a little
no Wolverine
here, guys. But yeah, it is a shame that Wolverine is kind of
the best there is at what I do, and what I do is not the best.
Being a common and a rare.
Being a part of the CUR.
Yeah. Greasy Gabriel asks, what is your most precious HeroClix memory?
I know immediately.
You know immediately? Okay,
no, I don't think there's any question here.
Okay.
I think two stories. So the first one is a little quicker. So around 11 or 12 years old is when I started to like figure out that I could be good at the game. And we played at a venue where we didn't really play modern. It was basically like play the things you want. So I was playing on things from Legacy. I was playing things from Arkham Asylum. But I figured out that I could win with Batman. And so this was during the time between Arkham Asylum and Hammer of Thor. So no prizes, no nothing, because they weren't making HeroClix. And so the first week there was a poster. It was like a print of Venom Knights of Vengeance. There's an original comic paneling for that. And Brian's like, this is going to be the prize next week. I was like, I want to win that so bad. So I go there. I go 3-0. It's awesome. I end up walking home with it. My mom's so proud. She sees all these older guys kind of salty that this kid's walking out with that. Love that feeling. Didn't really realize that's what was happening at the time. And then he's like, all right, next week, which is hanging up in our house right now, there's this other Spider-Man and Venom poster. And I was like, okay, sick. I want to win that too. Go back, win that. It was awesome. My mom said they looked even more upset, which, as like a 12-year-old, like, yeah, it feels pretty good. So that was fun for me, not because it's like, oh yeah, look, I won these awesome prizes, but because that's when I realized like, oh, I can like win. And that's when my gears started turning. That's when I like really went to the lab. I started posting my teams on HC Realms, getting feedback and stuff. Oh, man, wild. But the other one easily is the Infinity Gauntlet Thanos tournament. That was so awesome. There was like 10 people who played Sentry Void. I did too. I was a degenerate. But I'm the one who came out on top. The cream always rises to the top.
There you go.
And in the finals match of that, my opponent, who was like kind of a prize shark, kind of had some beef with our venue. He played at a different venue. He came and
interesting.
Yeah, so this I already like I don't really like this guy at the time. I think I'm like 15 or 16 in this story. So it comes down to the finals. It's like, like 9:30. Like Rainbow usually is done at 8. So they kept the store open late. And it's just like me, him, and then Chase and Brian. Brian is like the store owner. Chase is my friend. And then I'm playing against a guy who I won't name. Maybe he still plays and listens. I don't know. If you do, I still remember this.
Wow.
So he's playing Chaos King, who, if you remember him, the middle of his dial, he had Hypersonic and like Outwit and Impervious. Like he got really nasty.
Yeah.
But if you hit him past his mid dial, he wasn't that bad. So I knew I had to do that. So I go up, we trade back and forth. He set up a pulse wave, which he thought was single targeting me, and it wasn't. It was actually hitting one of his pieces. Ooh. And he pulse waved, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like, this is the way you set it up.
Yeah.
We're in the finals. I'm not going to say anything. He's like,
he rolled, though.
He's like, well, I meant to place it here. I was like, I'm sorry, man. So that like really set him off.
That's fair.
And then I blasted him past his good clicks, and he's like, he's dial spotting. That's what he said. And Brian walked over. He's like, shut up. I was like, dude, I know it takes 6 damage to like spin you past this. So then I clean up, whatever. He leaves the venue all angry. It starts storming out, and I have this like Thanos, as my prize. I'm like holding it above my head. I'm like, this rocks, dude. Like Brian took my picture with it. So very, very dramatic ending to that tournament. And this was always somebody that I like traded blows with.
Okay.
We'd go back and forth. One time I beat him with the Iron Man War Machine duo figure, and he like rage quit.
Figure's awesome.
So yeah, this was like not somebody I had a very good relationship with. So to beat him in the finals for the Heart of Rainbow and also win like my favorite character, like one of them in like the coolest form. And at the time it's like $400. I could have never owned it. And I still own that. I never sold it. That's ridiculous.
Dang. There's a lot.
That's my favorite trophy. That's probably like, if I had to pick like my favorite HeroClix that I own, it is probably that.
Nice.
So yeah, there's mine. There's my moments when I found out I was good, and when I guess kind of got to flex that.
That is rock. That is pretty sick.
I beat the national champion Alex Mader in the first round.
Oh, there it is.
It literally came down to who hit Impervious. I did. He didn't.
Oh, sorry, dude. That's a skill issue.
But then he beat me for the Batcave, so he got me back.
No, that's fair enough. Well, guy.
All right, I'll be done.
Probably my biggest one. I guess I'll kind of do two. Cause there's definitely a handful. One of the first ones was in March of 2017. This is one of the first ever Heroclix tournaments I ever went to. It was actually down here in Omaha. And it was XXS sealed one day and then a constructed another day. And so we were just staying overnight. Okay, sweet. So for like constructed, I was playing my boy Scourge. Constructed didn't make me necessarily very happy, but I was playing my boy Scourge Prime, who I love, and Shredder clone or whatever at the time. I did make top 8, which was pretty cool. I was like, holy smokes, no way, that kind of rocks. Got annihilated by Goblin King. This started my hatred for Goblin King pretty easily. I'm like, oh, well, whatever. But the next day at the XXS tournament, I pulled that Angel, which is now very, very, very well. It was always a good figure, but very popular. Isaac was playing him a lot in silver this year and doing very, very well, and is now banned in silver. I played that Angel, and he was fairly easy figure to pilot. So I got second place at this tournament, the sealed version, and I remember being like, I'm against Ed Shelton. Like at the time, I'm like, that's a celebrity. That's Dark Logos from starting over. I was like. And, I'm 18, whatever years old. And I'm just like, I can't believe I've got to play against this guy. Oh, my gosh. What am I going to do? I was like crazy, like worried, flustered. It's a really bad game. It's on YouTube. I lose pretty handily. I don't think I played it very, very well. But it was awesome. It was like an honor at that point in time. Like, and then like this was like the most kind of big HeroClix thing I'd ever played at in my entire life, and so it meant just a lot to like play with all these people, see all these other like HeroClix players and stuff, and it was really fun. So like that's a great like that entire trip.
I wonder if everybody has had that, because I had the same thing happen playing against Kenny Pena. I won't tell like the story, but played against him in a BR, and I was like, "It's a pleasure, sir," and he's just like, "What?"
Man, I was seriously like flustered. I'm like, that's Dark Logos. I was. In my own brain, I was like, I can't believe I'm going to play against Edward Shelton. That dude's famous.
He probably thought I was a serial killer, dude. Yeah. Where I was like, yeah, I've rewatched your matches. Like, I watched you not place your leech correctly and get blown up by George Masu.
That's so funny.
Like,
and then really probably like the next like really precious memory is like finding out we were getting like HeroClix product, and it would like spawn.
Oh yeah.
Working with like WizKids more, because that was like, You know, that was 3 or 4 years of my life doing Dial H videos, and now it finally felt like, wow, we're really being seen. We're really getting product, making a lot of headway. So, like
1 or 2 weeks of my
yeah, well, about a year or so, really.
Yeah,
kind of.
Well,
you know,
from like when videos were released to when that happened,
yeah,
it was a short window
pretty
for
short,
me.
Yeah. But for me, it was like, yeah, I poured since like 2017. I've been on the pod, I've been like the main host of the podcast for so many years. And like when Chris was way against making a YouTube channel, he was super did not want to make a YouTube channel. I was like, I want to open stuff. I want to put stuff on the YouTube. So like I was like really pioneering, like, let's do YouTube videos. And Simi and I did a ton of YouTube videos for a while. And then we had you, and like, then like that is when all the unboxing stuff started. That day I called everybody. I called my mom, called my family, my dad. Like I was just like,
I wasn't thinking that way. I wasn't thinking in the way of Dial H.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like the first New Year's we spent together was so much fun.
That was awesome. So like
for a multitude of reasons.
That was like that was a great it was a huge,
racing home
really
with
fun
BTU.
memory.
To open up on camera because not all of it had been spoiled yet. We just used to be so about
trying to get it out there, trying to get it first. And like, making all the skits. I mean, really another really like awesome memory is filming. People saw it today, The Wager. There's other skits that were made that night as well at like 2-3 a.m.
Yeah, sober.
Sober and
100% sober.
So funny. Like a lot of those early like skit videos, those are some of my favorite videos I ever made in my life. I'm like, those are just so much fun. If you haven't watched the normal Extreme Rules, there's also a link to that I reposted on Facebook. But that was a ton of fun making that with Simeon and just doing ridiculous stuff. It's like, this is Heroclix content? Yeah, I guess. It's pretty sweet. We're going to try to rip through the rest of these. I got some people waiting on me, but Alex Ian Channer says, you can choose any comic one-shot or miniseries to make an Iconics. Ooh, what do you pick? And then what's like a favorite figure of yours doing it?
I think an easy one, just like a
series.
no-brainer one, Kingdom Come.
Oh, sure.
Such a cool box set. You can make it as big or small as you want. I think people are happy with it. You can do sculpts of people just standing there, and they're still awesome.
That's what most people in Kingdom Come do, is actually just kind of stand
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got Green Lantern, but if you made him again, I'll buy him again. From more like, I guess, selfish standpoint, like it's obviously going to be something Batman related. I just have to think which one it would be.
Mine's 100% Fear Itself. The events they made forgot the most important character in Fear Itself, which is obviously, of course, Captain America. But there's a version of him they literally can't make, but it's my favorite moment in comics. It's when he's holding the line to Bronx in Oklahoma, and the shield is shattered at this point in time. He's got nothing, and so all these like just kind of country folk are like trying to protect their small town with like guns and stuff, and he goes, all right, boys, either help me out or leave your guns because I need them. And then it cuts to the next page or like the next issue. He's got two shotgun in one hand, shotgun in the other hand, a gun on his back, and he's just boom, like boom, shooting a warbot, boom, shooting a troll. Like he's just holding the line. There's like dead bodies of all these monsters in front of him. Like that's sick. Like that's Captain America to me. Like no matter what, he doesn't give up by any means necessary. He's making sure like, good guys win. He's holding his ground, and I'm like, that rules. And he buys time for the mighty, the Avengers to get there. So like that's my all-time favorite just moment in comics. I would love to see that made.
It is a really cool comic panel. I remember reading Fear Itself in prep for Fear Itself. I think actually it's not Batman related. I think Emerald Twilight. Like I'd love to see the Green Lantern. Yeah,
that is sick.
Green
rings. Yeah, dude.
I think that'd be so fun, and just make him the master of stealing equipment. But then on top of that, another really cool Iconics could be Punisher War Machine. Because that is very fun.
He does just look so cool.
I think it's only like 12 issues. It's a very short little run there, but it is a lot of fun, especially when he paints up the armor. And they're like, Frank, you're not really just going to fly over there, right? And just start messing stuff up. And he's like, no. And then he just does that immediately. Cuts contact.
He's like, bro, he's going to do it.
That whole comic is just him like, just, the words. Messing stuff up.
Yeah, yep. It rules.
I love it. So that could be another really cool one. Honestly, like an Iron Man War Machine duo. The dream would be I
love War Machine. I mean, it's like one that I would really like to get is like Marvel Zombies. There's a version of Rhodey who's just Iron Man, but in that universe, every time he gets infected, he just cuts that piece off really quick. And then he replaces it with Stark tech. So it's like Cyborg, Iron Man, War Machine, Rhodey. And he has like a ton of guns. And he's just baller.
He better have a ton of guns.
He has,
that's
dude,
War,
it's his back. That's what War Machine's about. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, you just Gatling gun missiles. It rules.
Zombies would be great.
I would
Honestly,
love zombies. I would love to get the original Galactus like zombies. Like we only ever got Wolverine as a Galactus zombie. I'd like to get maybe all of them.
what if you had to pick a first appearance?
Well, the first appearance I want.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
We can't do that. Though. We know we can't.
We also can't really do Punisher, right? Because like guns and stuff. But like Punisher with like a crosshair like thing in front of him.
Yeah, and it's like the
That's
packaging is
Spider-Man.
like see through where the
That'd be cool,
where the
right? Yeah,
target is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like that would look really sick.
I think Fantastic Four first appearance would be kind of cool.
The Giganto. That would be pretty cool.
I think that would be really fun because it'd come with like a giant one.
Yeah.
The Doctor Doom first appearance, alternatively, could be kind of cool.
He's kind of like looking over him, right?
Just because his armor's so different in his first few issues,
very boxy.
and it's like this gross green color. To be honest,
square and rounded at the same time. His armor's, yeah. I know
he
what
looks
you
like a
mean.
Wizard of Oz character, is how I think.
Yeah,
he could.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
100% be that.
Gosh, first appearance is really tough.
First appearance Venom is also so cool.
A first appearance Guy Gardner, where he's like kicking, he's stomping on Hal, and then he's got the battery and the ring over him, and he's pushing Hal's face into the dirt. That'd be pretty baller, actually. I would take that. Same thing, actually, a first appearance Hal, where he's got like the missile, right? It's like him holding like that missile. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool too. Yeah, honestly, give me all the first appearance. Isn't like Jon Stewart doing like he's like clutching the battery? And he's clutching like Hal's dead body, isn't he? Isn't like Hal like passed out?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know John's.
There's something cool. He's got a pretty solid first appearance. I literally cannot think of Kyle's first appearance, though. I've got no clue what that looks like. But
I read it, but I couldn't tell you what it
take
looks
John's.
like.
Yeah, I've got no clue what that looks like. Sadly, I think Wonder Woman and Aquaman's like first comic appearances, they're not really on the cover, which is kind of a bummer. I don't think they are.
First appearance Hobgoblin is also really tight.
That's really
Let me
cool.
show you that one.
Ooh, I'm a big Howard the Duck fan. First appearance Howard the Duck is him and like Conan the Barbarian like sword, and then Beverly Switzler is like in like this chainmail Red Sonja type bikini. It's pretty sick. I like the first appearance of Howard. That's cool. I love Howard the Duck.
There's a lot of really cool.
There's a lot of good
appearances
stuff in comics you could do.
Let's check out first appearance Kyle Rayner. What's it look like?
Just kind of flying towards it.
Sure. I think he's just like kind of coming out of his logo. That's probably why we don't remember it. Is it's not very iconic. Yeah. I remember like the scene of him where he gets the ring in the alleyway. Yeah. I remember reading this like as a child, but I didn't own the first appearance. I had like a graphic novel of it. I remember him turning into Parallax and being like, "There's two."
Bill asks, "Should Pulp be silver?" I'm gonna say no.
It could be.
I think it's just a lot.
I think right now Pulp is. It's weird. I think the thing that hurts it the most also helps it the most, and that being restriction.
Okay.
Where it's like, so we restricted what? Necron, Blackheart. Was it Orb? Perdegaton.
I think Sinister.
I'm trying to think of the previous Pulp.
Sinister. I think Sinister got it.
Yeah, Orb didn't. Yeah. So we banned all these things, and then the top like 4 players all played the same team anyway. Where it's like Blue Marvel, Uncommon Jean Grey, whatever it was. So it's like, well, then we should restrict it more. It's like, but
it could be worth a shot, I guess, making it silver and seeing what shakes out.
I think silver would give you more stuff.
I do feel like the rares are the most problematic thing. Like back when Pulp was Pauper and it was like a separate entity,
if you
didn't mind it when it was common and uncommons.
Do a reverse though. Do a reverse.
What's
I think where instead of like shrinking it down, like okay, no more rares or limit these rares. I think say like you can have 1 super rare, or you can have 1 chase or something.
Okay, then Pulp. So if we do that, then Pulp absolutely should not be silver.
Maybe
my Pulp team's Unimind.
Okay, but maybe have like a point limit or something.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
So now pull it back.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I just think I don't know about chasing super rare. That's a little
open it up more as opposed to restrict it more. I don't know.
I honestly I liked Pulp the most when it was only commons and uncommons. I had the most fun with that.
Yeah, but then there was like the degenerate giant girl team.
Oh sure. Well, like, now that Pulp is like Highlander, I think that's fine.
And then it's like, but then we're restricting the figure pool so much that it's like, are we just going to have the same problem of like this uncommon is the best one?
Right, like pretty much. I think that's always going to be the case.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get around. I don't know.
Yeah, I think super rare and chase is not.
It could be.
I don't know.
1 super rare?
I will just disagree. It could be, but I will disagree.
And then
especially in
just
silver.
a blanket rule of like no figures like over 150 or 200 points or something.
Okay, sure. That's a little better at the very least for the Unimind thing.
Because then it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I think restricting things further is not the answer. But it could be. But I don't know.
I personally, I guess I would be in the restrict things further camp to make it, I guess, a simplification, an oversimplification.
So you're like Team Iron Man in this.
Don't say that.
And I'm Team Captain
Don't say
America,
that.
obviously.
Don't say that.
Basically.
I don't know about that one. I just think I had the most fun playing
Your pulp registration.
when it was absolutely.
You are.
That's crazy.
You're so pulp registration,
my
bro.
gosh, dude. It's not the same. It's different. It's totally different.
I'm Captain America. You're
Commander
Iron Man.
Keita. Stop. Commander asks, what's next for your Dial H adventures? What plans do you have for 2026? We're going to go to a lot of events in 2026. It's going to be fun. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about stuff. I think the next thing for Dial H adventures is that obviously the Clixies are coming up. We love the Clixies. It's going to be a big year-end award show. Make sure to vote. That's going to be mid-November-ish. We're going to have voting up to vote for your favorite Heroclix, best Heroclix of the year. So please make sure you share that.
Reach out to us.
Please do.
We want to get a lot of people involved this year. We want to get WizKids involved, obviously. That's an ongoing discussion. Another thing for the Dial H adventure this year, one of my goals, and I operate in like a year cycle, obviously, because Worlds.
Yeah.
And there's different points. We can expect to return to Origins because it was the return last year. Adepticon, maybe. Champion Clicks Open, 100%. Come on, you guys better turn out there. It's going to be so much fun this year. But yeah, all the standard events. But one goal of mine this year, so one of our adventures, is heavily improving the stream. I have some different ideas because I rewatched the footage of Worlds and it's like, we can do better. We're aware that we can do better. We get it. So that's probably the biggest goal this year is to improve the stream quality, and just have things more mapped out. But on top of that, it's going to be different this year. The adventure for Dial H is that Dial H won't be living together anymore.
Yeah, it's going to change the landscape of making content.
So
pretty drastically, yeah.
We'll see.
It's going to be a lot. So it'll be, I don't know. It's still going to happen. It's still going to be fun. Yeah. Still be doing stuff. The Iron Chef asks, what is the official Dial H ranking on major root beer brands? I don't know if we can...
See, there's Mugs, there's Barks.
Barks, and A&W. Those are the only ones I can think of.
Spreckers, that a major one?
Oh, I've never had Spreckers. I don't know that one.
Pretty good.
I think there's 18 or something like that. Have you seen those cans?
Yeah, I have.
So there's those. I think of those. But for major, I just think A&W, Barks, and Mug.
I really don't drink root beer, if I'm being honest.
I used to. My ranking is Barks. I think Barks is king. I think A&W...
Oh, it's 1919. That's
1919, that's what it is. So I think Barks is number one, my all-time favorite root beer. Number two is A&W, but only if you're at an A&W restaurant getting it from A&W.
It's like a Baja Blast at Taco Bell kind of thing. Yeah, so
good. And then Mug is my last one. Sorry to all you Mug maniacs. I never really liked Mug. Oh, sorry. Above Mug, the Culver's root beer. I love the Culver's root beer at Culver's, which is their own original root beer. I don't know if you've ever gotten it before. I love that a lot.
Yeah, I really like... I threw up after drinking root beer when I was 12.
Oh, dang.
And I've probably had it, I would say, less than 10 times since. Legitimately. Really, I have not been a root beer guy. Not really.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, fair enough.
I don't even think it's fair for me to rank them. I like the mascot for Mug. I think it's funny.
That is cool. I think I like the Mug Maniac stuff and the mascot, but I just don't think Mug is actually a tasty, good root beer. Barks has a nice bite to it. A&W, a nice bite. Ironically, Mug that has the dog mascot, I think it doesn't have a lot of bite. I think it's very soft root beer.
If I have a soda, my go-to is Coke.
Really?
I think Coke is the best.
Dr. Pepper is my favorite.
But I really
pop.
Even then, don't even really drink that a ton.
No, I used to drink Coke all the time. Coke used to be all-time favorite was Coca-Cola, easily. But somewhere in there, I'm this is maybe a little too dark and gritty. Quite literally, it's a gritty pop.
Coke with lime.
I've never
They
tried
don't make it anymore. They do Diet Coke with lime.
Oh, really?
So if you're a soccer mom or whatever, you can have your cake and eat it too. Shade. Apparently, but if you're Ian, you're not allowed to have your favorite soda. You can't have Coke with lime. But let me tell you, you get a Coke and then you can get My bar has these. They have these little like lime packets. So
Dump it in there.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like powdered lime basically, and it's so good. Or you can literally take like a fresh lime and squeeze it in Coke. Fantastic. Put some, of your favorite adult beverage in there too.
Yeah,
makes for a great time.
Miles Kane asks, as the reigning Pulp Gauntlet champion, I know a thing or two about gauntlets, and wondering, when will you accept the 10-hour podcast
Never.
gauntlet? Yeah. By declining, he's saying you're accepting that Superman, at least he didn't capitalize the S, which I appreciate, is superior, not only to Captain America, but the character you see yourself wanting to become. Oh, that's disgusting. I actually had to sadly explain to somebody why I don't like Superman today at my work. Someone was like, oh, you know who you could be for Halloween? I was like, oh, who? And my hair looked like this. And he was like, you could be like Clark Kent, like Superman. I'm like, I really don't want to get into it, but I hate him so much. He's like, well, but you like superheroes. And I'm like, I really don't want to. Yeah. I should really spare you because this is not
Don't do this to me.
But it's like,
don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, it really is like, don't do this to yourself. And he's like, no, you can tell me. And I'm like, I'll tell you. And they're like, wow. I'm like, hate him. And it's like, you know what? You make some valid points. I'm like, yup. And then we talked about like Mjolnir for way too long. He was, I don't know. But anyways, we talked about Thor's hammer. So yeah, Miles, no. I'm not gonna lie, you guys are wild for that one. I would have easily cut that into different little mini segments, little mini episodes of just saying it's this set. Let's look at this set, and then next week we'll look at the next set.
9 hours is too much.
I think it's insane. I literally think that's insane. I'm good, like happy for the people that think, oh, that's great. I get to listen to a podcast for 9 hours. That ain't me. That's not me.
No.
Ever. That was never me. Actually.
I saw that 9-hour tag and I went,
skip.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't download this.
I'm not going to listen to that. I'm sorry, guys.
Even I think the longest,
even in chunks.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to do it.
I never listen to podcasts in the chunks.
No.
Literally, I've never done that. I like
a podcast that's about an hour and a half.
That's the sweet spot. I used to listen to this one podcast that was like 45 minutes, and these guys were really good speakers because they could actually have all their thoughts within a 45-minute time, and it felt like a full podcast. But I would be sad when it was over in 45 minutes because I'm like, I really like listening to those guys, but they're literally so good at speaking and getting their thoughts out that they don't have to ramble on for like 9 hours or something.
9 hours.
Okay. 9 hours for something. But like, yeah, that really was there was a podcast
sorry,
like
guys,
that I enjoyed.
Hate a little bit.
I'm sorry, that's insane.
It's insane.
Respect to the people.
I want to know what the average runtime of Degeneration Clicks is.
Dude, goodness gracious. With like weekly 3 to 5 hour episode podcasts. And then every once in a while, these freaking 10 hours. I think it's nuts. Yeah, there are people that do work a very long shift and can listen to podcasts and they might like it. Good for those people.
Yeah.
But that ain't me. That's not the podcast I've ever liked to listen to. Those are not the podcasts I like to produce.
I feel like we're just raw hating.
We are. I'm not raw hating. I think we have very valid points as to
I think it's a valid raw hatred.
I think it's very valid. Yeah.
But it's too long.
It's just too long. Sorry, guys. Good job on suffering through that. I get that's what I think. When I see like 9 hours, I'm like, so you just like sat and suffered for like so long, and we're like,
I wouldn't say what we're doing is suffering right now.
I won't lie. By the end of a set
4
review,
hours
by the end of a set review, do you not feel like you've suffered a little bit?
Yeah. Usually, honestly, when we're doing a set review and we get past the rares, like when we get into the super rares and chases, I'm always like,
my back hurts.
Whew, okay.
Tired of sitting.
Like when we did Smash and Destroy, we took a break.
We did, yeah.
And that was a smart decision.
That really
so
was.
that's the way to do it. So I can't imagine doing that times what? That's hour and a half blocks.
Yeah.
Times 6? I don't even know. I don't think I have that much to say.
No.
I suppose I could try. I could do it.
If I really wanted to, this is like a filibuster, right? It's a filibuster podcast. Kind of make some stuff up and talk about it.
I could talk infinitely about Heroclix. Would it be good? Probably not.
No.
You'd get a lot of nonsensical stuff like I did with Rogue today. Although, again, I've got a belief in her. I really do think that figure's amazing. But I'd have a lot of wild claims like that would end up being wrong. For sure.
Well, guys, thank you, Miles. If you want to listen, all that nice talk to say, if you want to go check out Degeneration Clicks.
We're never going to do a 10-hour podcast.
Literally never.
Check out their podcast if you want that.
If you guys want to listen to one, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's where you can get that flavor of ice cream.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening to Dial H for Heroclix. We've been your hosts, Ian Eggleston and Calder and Ian. This is episode 574. For all your Heroclix needs, podcasts, unboxings, videos, and so much more, Make sure you dial H. And like always, happy trails.
Do you really wanna click save?
Leadership.
Roll a 6, make a move extreme.
Token up.
Taking action from your team. I go straight to your start. Hypersonic speed.
Roll a 5.
Getting brave, hitting blades, claws, fangs.
KO.
Stick and move, click a few just to hit a stop. Need a 3 CCE on a flurry close.
Tear your dials apart.
Once the timer starts, do you really wanna click save? What's going up must come down. Do you really wanna click save? Baby, you got us bound. I know what you soon become. You're the best, the judge is wrong, but you amplify the damage on. Roll your dice for initiative, son.